Warning: graphic scenes of pest control. Do not watch if you might be offended. I know what you're all asking. Who's Barry? Well, pay attention now. Barry is my nephew's wife's brother. Now, I haven't actually met Barry yet, but he's a recent convert to rat shooting. Now, he's got a permission in Anglesey, got a nice little stream running through it, and guess what? It's a pub garden. That's a permission made in heaven. I was supposed to meet Barry on my last visit to Anglesey, but that day Leeds were playing, hoping to stay up, and they did. So Barry over-celebrated a little bit, so he didn't get to come up to the house. But, you know, he's got to be forgiven for that. After all, as a Leeds supporter, he doesn't get much opportunity to cheer, does he? But, there you go. Better luck next season. This video isn't quite as clear as normal. I've been experimenting with an iris on the front of the Pard. It's a 10mm hole. The idea is that it makes the focus less fussy. You don't have to change it so often. Problem is that I'm using a 940 Newton meter illuminator. That doesn't have the same range as the standard 850. So I think it's just not getting quite enough light in, and the video itself was quite dark, so I had to change the exposure when I was doing the editing. The view on the screen was fine, no problem at all, and I was able to shoot quite comfortably, but I need to experiment a little bit further. This far, wasn't expecting that one. The nettles are pretty dense now. It is limiting where I can shoot. There's some shots that I have taken where the rats were in the nettles, and I was able to pick them up, but only after I'd used the thermal to find where they were. But it's still a good night. 15 rats I think it was, and I picked 10. I wasn't going scrabbling around in the nettles too much to find the others. And a couple that were definitely dead and lying in the open disappeared over the evening, which is not unusual. Rats are notorious cannibals. They don't mind where their next meal comes from, really. Now this rat off to the right, I was convinced it was one I had already shot until I shot this other one, and then it promptly disappeared. So obviously it was just watching what was going on. A lot more scanning going on tonight than normal, and moving of positions to try and get a better look. I picked this rat up on the thermal. I would never have found it just scanning around. Shows the benefit of having a thermal spotter. There's a lot more rats there than you realise, and you don't have a chance of finding them unless you've got a thermal. This is in the garden of the bungalow. I've shot quite a few rats here from time to time, but there's not many showing at the moment. But there is one here which I picked up. There we go. Just waiting for it to come out in the open a little bit more. Stopped just too long there. Good solid shot. forgot to give that one enough holdover, so clean miss there. Got the holdover spot on that one. Now that rat was only about 5 yards away. For holdover I was almost off the bottom of the reticle. In fact I shot 3 in this position, but only picked 2. One of them lying in the open just disappeared, got dragged off by the others. Now if you're wondering why I took a long time to shoot this rat, that's the ore tank for the property. The last thing I wanted to do was put a hole in it, so I had to wait until it was clear. I'd earlier shot a rat off to the right, and I think this rat can smell it. That's why it's standing up and sniffing the air a lot, wondering what's going on. Presenting itself perfectly there. Only trouble is these 177 pellets will often pass straight through. It's not worth risking in the oil tank. think it's moved far enough now. It's a cylindrical tank, so it's actually curving away at the bottom, so this shot should be okay. Well, it was worth the wait. Another one in the bag. Dry fire the first one, but good solid hit on the second. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And Barry, hopefully I'll see you next time in Anglesey.